Hello everyone, something went wrong with the audio, but it's fine. Welcome back to Montai City. We're back for seconds. Clearly not planned, but it's fine. How is everyone doing? Welcome into Azzy, Rai, Granny, and anyone who is lurking. Hope you're having a good start to your week. We're back. I could not help myself and pretty much spent most of the last few days just sitting around in this game, so we definitely were due for another stream at this rate. Welcome back to, what was this district called? We called it Cubby Clef. Well, at least the road was called that. I'm not sure if the district itself is called that. But yes, if you weren't around last time, this is the second stream we're doing of this new series. And yeah, we are working on the first of our few neighborhoods, and if you've not seen, this is actually our map. So an entire city inspired by Taiwan in particular, but mainly just kind of the whole East Asia vibe, but with flexibility to go crazy with other creative things. Oh no, hello Sam! Oopsies, sorry, yeah, I meant to say Azzy instead of Sam, but I guess hello to Sam, who is now officially here. Granny doesn't have sound. Does anyone else have sound? Have I done a doof? Have we messed up? It's bound to happen at some point, like streams will go wrong at some point. I feel like my intro already went wrong, like audio-wise, but it's okay. Henry Cavill, now we wait. Yeah, do you want... We could always move him in to whatever your district's going to be. Okay, yes, so just a summary of what we were doing last time. We started our city, we terraformed some islands, we started our first neighborhood, which took on a pretty musical theme, let's say. So, if I'm not mistaken, this was the island that we were supposed to be naming like the bear, like Cubby Clef. Cubby Clef? I keep saying the wrong thing. Clubby... Let's try again. Cubby Clef. There we go. I think this was actually the island it was supposed to be named after, which is ironic considering it is here. But it's okay. We will go ahead with it. And yeah, I want to continue the whole like musical theme as we develop our first neighborhood. Since the last stream, I've also been in the game just kind of playing around with where to take this neighborhood. As you can see, some small roads have been placed down. These are just kind of drafts of where I think roads should go. So we will see what happens. Yeah, so... also... Oh, I don't have an actual link for this. But, okay. In summary, I'm still trying to set up my Discord. If we can... Like, if we figure out the link and things, which I don't remember how to do it on Discord... Share, I think? It's okay, we'll figure it out. If it happens to be in the chat, it's there. If not, we will like announce it at some point. But I've started a like forum thing where we can just dump all of the names and suggestions. So in case you weren't here last time, the idea is that names for districts, neighborhoods, highways, all sorts of things are kind of free for anyone to suggest. We will see whether or not we will incorporate it into our city, but feel free to suggest it in chat and we will collate it as the series progresses, I guess. So, oh yeah, right, if you could help me, because I've clearly forgotten how to use Discord. So, yeah, it's not fully set up yet. There are some basic, like, channels up. So if you'd like to join, feel free to do so. Feel free to share memes. That's all of the things. Azzy, I've been seeing your Monday memes, by the way. I will be honest, I think I'm not, like, caught up enough with memes, because I don't get this week's one. I think maybe if you did cat memes, I might get them a bit more. Welcome, Granny. Hello. Can we hear ourselves now? Hope we can. But yes, shall we continue with this neighborhood? So, my plan is, right, how do I explain this in a way that makes sense? Okay, so I've drafted this up, which is basically, this is like a zoning district creation 2, thank you. And I kind of want... So we have our neighborhood here, right? We're gonna have all sorts of developments in the empty space. But one of the key things I wanted to do is actually incorporate kind of green walkways and connected parks that mean that you can kind of walk an entire district and have a park the entire way. So what I've done so far is actually plan out that we're gonna have this little walkway, inspired a little bit by what we saw like with the quick tour around Taichung last stream. But an entire green area that connects all the way here. I'm hoping it can actually continue through this area, which might be tricky, all the way to this, which will be the kind of city center-ish area of this island, the big island. So, and hopefully also to this area, which will also be another thing. And one of the big takeaways from my kind of like visit in Taiwan is that I loved how all of their cities had very well spread out like attractions across their districts. It never felt like, oh, I'm just gonna go to a central area and then the rest of it, there's nothing. There were so many random things placed everywhere, in particular spaces for like creative markets, creative parks. It's like, there was a very common term that they kept using called like culture and creative parks, I think. If I bring up the good old map, there we go, thank you Dora the Explorer. And let's go to Tainan this time. So, fun fact, if we would like to learn a bit of Mandarin for today, Tai, like the second word in all of these things, right, actually represents the, like, which, not direction, but more like which part of the island it is. So, Bei means north, and Nan means south. Zhong means middle. So that's where, like, Taipei, Taichung, and Tainan came from. Basically, north, central, south. Fun facts, in case you didn't know that. So, over in Tainan, which was the first city I visited when I was making videos back in April last year, I came across this. Where is it? Blueprint Culture and Creative Park, right? So this one, the pictures aren't really, like, they focus a bit more on the artwork they see, but it's basically a very cool area that's all sorts of like these sorts of things. Like there's art everywhere, and then there are shops. Okay, that's a good like way of doing it. Oh wait, can we? It's a video. Oh no, okay, no, it's an actual like fancy video. Do we have pictures that show more of the shops? These are more of the artwork. Latest maybe? Yeah, so there are all sorts of these kind of like artisanal shops that... Oh yes, this is actually the one I wanted to bring up, but anyway. They sell all sorts of random things. There's like chocolate, there is like jewelry, knickknacks from Taiwan, and in particular the one shop that I like really had a good experience with was this one. So this is like a wood shop selling all sorts of things made from Taiwan wood, and I was told that apparently hinoki, which is like cypress, actually originated in Taiwan, and then it ended up being brought to Japan. So, and then there's like a whole different thing. So actually cypress and stuff apparently originates from Taiwan. That's what I understand. I might be wrong. But yeah, so, and the people here were so lovely because some of these people actually run their own stores. So when I went to this shop, it was actually being run by what she told me to refer to her as Lao Mu Mama, which means like old wood. So Lao Mu, the name of the shop, means old wood, and then Mama is like mother. So it's like old wood mother. Basically, it was like a more informal way of calling her, like, and stuff. And she did such a good job kind of making me feel so welcome just browsing the shop and everything. And when you walk in this shop, the scent of the cypress wood is so fragrant and lovely. And she just takes the time to kind of explain to you like, oh, okay, different types of wood. She lets you smell each thing, and they kind of like explain the whole process of that. They make all the different shapes and things. Very cool, very lovely. And again, that whole thing I said last stream about like Taiwanese people having that vibrance, this was one of the clearest examples of that for me, was like visiting her shop. So much so that this time round I actually went back to just say hi again, but she wasn't there, so I just left one of like something for her, like a little gift. But yeah, so highly recommend if you happen to be going to Taiwan, or Tainan specifically. But there are all sorts of these culture parks and creative parks across Taiwan. And that's kind of what I want to have in our districts as well. It's that like, I don't want our place to just be shops, you know, I mean not shops, like housing for the sake of housing, which is kind of like how I feel Singapore has developed, unfortunately, is that a lot of our neighborhoods are kind of boring other than the central area. So let's try to not do that this time around. Also, hi Benny, I just realized you're here. Sorry that I missed you. As an autistic man, the idea of being able to smell a shop's wear without being judged is a very appealing. That's what I loved about a lot of the shops in Taiwan, is that you don't feel so much pressure to be like, oh, I can't actually browse without getting a bit of soliciting as to like, oh, buy this, buy that. I say that, but I didn't have a good experience in one of the more touristy areas where as I left the shop after deciding that I have no space for something that I was looking at in the shop, they literally said out loud, disappointed, in English and Mandarin, so that was fun. But yeah, that was one of the more touristy places. I feel like in general, the more kind of creative places are fine, and in fact very lovely. So let's try and incorporate some of that as we build our districts, basically. My thinking is, so with the current area we have, right, we have these spaces which I may extend the shops to. I mean, not shops, but like buildings. This central spine will be the start of the park area, which I will leave as open space as well for like weekend markets and stuff. And as it keeps going, it will extend all the way to these like hills and mountains, which can be a park on its own. Over here, it's kind of just more open space, so we can put more buildings. And then the fun one from last stream's random sidetracking into musical themes is that I kind of wanted to do like a, I don't know if it's school or academy, but some kind of campus for like music and performing arts. And I was thinking maybe this area might be good for that. So there are some buildings that make it look like they're kind of university buildings and stuff, right? And some even look a bit like amphitheaters. So I want to explore that and see where we go with it. At first I was thinking something along the lines of like Abbey Road Studios. Because it's sort of that idea. It's like a little neighborhood and then there's just like a random studio being built there. So that's another option for the musical themes. Let's see what happens. Did you say the same? What did I say? I'm not great at confrontation, so I probably was annoyed after I left and like in private, but no, I just kind of left the shop. But I'm the sort of person that at the best of times hates browsing and things with staff around, because I just don't like that pressure of knowing that someone is standing there who is trying to get a sale, and then I'm just there being like, I just want to look at what your products are like. I don't necessarily mean like I'm gonna buy something from you. And yeah, it's like, and if I browse or try something on when it comes to clothes or shoes and there is someone personally serving me, oh, that's another level of pressure as to like, oh, but what if I don't like it? So I tend just to not want to do that for myself and just not, you know, I only try if there's no one around. There was once I walked into a pharmacy hoping to get some kind of like skincare product, right? And then there was a salesperson for a different brand, and then I just walked straight out being like, okay, I'm gonna buy another time when there's no one there. Because you know how they will go up to you being like, hi, do you want to try this product instead? And then if you say no, they'll be like, oh, okay, it's fine. Yeah, no, I can't deal with any of that. So, can you make a zebra crossing? We could. In fact, we do need a zebra crossing here. Should we put it on the main road or like at a smaller road? So, like, the campus is basically going to be here, right? There's a metro station here. So, technically, this is quite a high use cross. Oh, wait, no, we could put another exit. Oh, but okay, my other thinking is that we have essentially created like this wavy park connector thing, right? And then the campus is gonna be here, going along the musical themes, right? This could almost be like how the music originates from the campus, and then like the waves represent the sound and the music. And then because this is called Cubby Clef, see, this is why I wanted to do another stream today. It's that we have so many things that I want to try. Because it's Cubby Clef, right? And you know how clefs are basically like, okay, terrible version of a clef, but it's like it's like that-ish. Hold up, a clef looks sort of like that, right? So I was thinking, what if we could have at least part of this shape as a road or something, and then the rest of it can be a pedestrian walkway. In fact, maybe that can be a pedestrian pathway. We'll leave that there for now. Let's see what happens. But first, let's put down some normal buildings. You can't deal with that either? Okay, so it's not just me, right? I'm not the weird one, right? Like, stress of browsing in shops. I hate that. I like and want to appreciate products usually. It's just that it doesn't necessarily mean I want to buy something. I just want to appreciate it, and I feel like sometimes that should be enough, but it doesn't feel that way nowadays with capitalism. It's just like, cause okay, when I worked at like one of those British supermarket chains that start with Mark and ends with Spencer, for like a Christmas season, and my philosophy for approaching being like a service staff at a shop is always that play the long game. It's never like, don't try and secure a sale immediately if someone's hesitant. Like, I wouldn't force someone to buy something just because I'm serving them things. My thinking is introduce them to the products, let them understand the brand. If they like it enough, they can always come back in the future. It's like long-term goal, right? Like, educate them and share what you feel is good about the product. Don't like force a sale. Don't pretend that your product is better than it is, but you can just inform them. It's like, oh, okay, this product has this. If you like it, you can always come back. And like, no pressure, basically. That's my approach whenever I'm the one in charge of the staff, right? But I don't feel like most people do that these days in retail. And I understand why, because like sales and stuff, right? But to me, like, building trust with customers, with brands, goes beyond just trying to secure a short-term sale while they're in your shop, is my thinking. So that's what kind of brings me to, like, approaching retail the way I do, I guess. Maybe that's why I'm not working in it anymore. It may not be what the managers are looking for these days, but, you know, that's what I did, so. You saw this picture of a shop that has 2 different colored baskets. Oh, yes. I think it was actually Sephora that did it. And I would love to have that. I did not see that happening in my local Sephora. Although, to be fair, I don't usually shop there, but if I had a retail shop, I would like to have that. Like a pedal that has the whole, like, talk to me, don't talk to me, right? And it's not even a... I feel it's just establishing, like, communicating preferences. It's not to say, like, someone who doesn't like being served is rude. It doesn't mean that someone who likes being served is necessarily a better customer. It's just people have preferences when they shop. Not everyone wants to be, like, interrupted or disturbed, and having such a system saves so much misunderstanding. And because even something like a staff member approaching you when you first enter a shop being like, hi, let me know if you have anything. Some people would prefer not to have that. They would prefer like full on, I'm in my headphones, I will ask questions if I need help sort of thing. But know that like I'm available if you need it sort of like system. I think that works better. You always walk out if someone stops talking to me, also autistic. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay, no, I feel so much more at peace knowing that it's not just a me thing. I always thought it was just me having like social anxiety and stuff. So good to know. Very good to know. This is why we're all just on streams, hiding behind like a microphone and a game. I don't know. It's just so funny to know. Okay, anyway, forgot to mention while we're doing this, I found this building while I was kind of sitting in the game over the weekend. And I love how this kind of angled look makes it less high-rise. And the best part is, if you look at it from ground level, the balconies are actually quite private. So it's like, you don't really have to worry about people looking into your house from down here. So I liked this building for that. And what I did want to cap it off with is connecting back to the whole like, oh, every district should be appealing enough that people want to visit it. I want to place down a hotel, please, just so that... Also because the music academy is going to be right here, so there may be instances where family members might want to visit their kids while they're studying there. and they would need somewhere to stay, right? So, oh, hold up, where is it? What hotel should I use? This is your socializing for the week? Yeah, me too. Like, just the limited amount of chatting I do in streams is it for me. I'm perfectly happy to just go a week and not like speak to anyone. Definitely the whole introversion thing. In fact, sometimes I find it quite it's like a very satisfying solitude to have. Okay. Also, I'm curious, can anyone actually hear the chickens in the background? I'm leaving my window open today because, although I'm kind of regretting now because it's starting to get warm, but we've been having very, and I should say relatively, cold weather in Singapore. and now when everyone's gonna ask, so how cold is it? It was actually a good old 24 degrees. It's cold for us, so we've been having like a monsoon, I don't know what you call it, like a monsoon thingy that meant that we had rain non-stop for the last 3 days, which is quite ridiculous. It only just started to calm down today, but there was still rain just like earlier. So it's rained twice today, and Singapore's climate is in the tropics, right? And the rain is big rain, it's dense rain, it's heavy rain. So that has been an interesting time. It's been raining like this the entire time since I've gotten back from Taiwan. So not had to bear the brunt of full-on like heat yet, thankfully. You've never talked so much in your life, your voice box is sore. I felt that the first few days I was streaming. Like the whole voice is dying, not doing great sort of arrangement. So I'm just trying to find a specific hotel building that I was using in my test. I think it's this one. No, it's not this one. Please hold while I refer to... Is it this one? Because I don't want it to be too high-rise, but I want it to blend into... Oh, okay, it's this one. There we go. Chickens in the background, never heard of such a thing. Can we actually hear it though? Because I'm curious. One of the reasons why I only like choose to stream in the evenings as well is that there is a neighbor, like my neighbor's dog is really vocal, let's say, and it just barks a lot. I feel like evenings are the only time I can actually stream in peace. So that's kind of why streams are the timings they are. I'm trying a slightly earlier schedule today. That's why we started like half an hour earlier. Because I'm mindful that we have people who, like, it's almost bedtime for some people in chat. And I want to have it so that they don't have to fall asleep while watching a stream. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I feel like on days that I'm busier, this timing is trickier for me because I wouldn't have had dinner. The baby chicks are peeping, it's cute, I understand. Were you mentioning something about having chicks as well, Sam? On Rai stream? You can have grannies, roosters at any time. Yes! Yes! It's one of the best parts of her stream. Okay, so this is the hotel. Let's place another one. And again, in case you weren't here on the last stream and you are like trying to understand how the whole building process works in this game, I'm actually using a mod that allows for me to place buildings anywhere without it saying like, oh, your building is not connected. The downside of this is that these buildings aren't actually functional, so I will have to eventually pick and choose which buildings to turn into functional buildings. Very technical, I know, but it's fine. And your dog and your cats. Oh my gosh. Granny, do you have like a grand total of how many animals you have? It must be in the hundreds. They're 2 weeks old. Oh my gosh. In a cage in the house. Lovely. Lovely. They must be adorable. So what do baby chicks eat? Do they just go straight to like eating the same kind of feed that like adult chickens eat? Or Do they drink milk? Can you tell I live in a city where there's barely any agriculture happening? Okay, so yes, we have a hotel here, and let's place down something that it's more officey, because right now, all of these buildings are actually residential and shop buildings. But I feel like maybe something in... Because these, again, are not functional. Ooh, okay, let's do this. That looks like a perfectly generic office building. They have chick starter. Oh, special food. Is drinking milk wrong? I'm guessing they don't drink milk. They're on crumble. It's medicated chicken food. Oh, okay, interesting. And they work up to mealworms. This is so fascinating to me. It's like, please tell me more. Like, chicken facts all the way. We can spend the next 2 hours learning more about chicks. They also eat their shells. What? Excuse me? But I'm guessing that's just a one-off. It's like the moment they're born, that's the only time they get to do that. Okay, hold up. Let's move these trees. There we go. So, my thinking as well as to why I ended up with this, you know, park area is that there are a lot of trees in this area, and where possible, I'm trying not to bulldoze trees. If anything, I will move them around or incorporate them into the build. So, like, these are all just where they naturally spawned, and we might have to do something here, because this might be somewhere that we build things, but I'll just, like, move the trees around. And for the rest of it, we'll try our best to keep them as is. After the first one, they ran out of shell to eat. Oh, interesting. You want a good chicken fact? I recently found out why they crossed the road. Why do they cross the road? Is it to get to the other side? Revelations on this stream. Yep, yours progressed from chick starter to pullet grower, and then layer pellets. What are all these technical terms? Never heard of them. Granny, next time you stream Minecraft or Dinkum, please let us like, please offer photos or examples. Oh, also wait, sorry, as he said, she posted something in Rise Discord. It only just clicked in my head that you said that, even though I read it like 5 minutes ago. Oh, reference for the meme, thank you. I never watched iCarly. That must explain like why I didn't get it. That is iCarly, right? I watched growing up The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. That was it for me. Like, it was so sad because we had like a public broadcaster who did like a kids channel basically, right? And they started showing Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, and they showed all 3 seasons. But once that came to an end, the entire channel shut down. So it wasn't that it shut down completely, but it changed frequencies, and for some reason my TV at home could not receive that frequency, so that was the day my childhood ended, basically. I need to watch Granny's videos about the chickens. I should actually, yes, let me go back and like rewatch them. And then maybe I'll... if I pay attention to things other than the chickens this time, I might actually notice the food being served. Oh dear. Yeah, no, it was terrible. So that was... 2010? There were a few years where I had nothing to watch, and then thankfully YouTube happened. And then that just started this 15-year commitment to this platform where the bulk of my media consumption now comes from this channel, like, platform. It's so funny that I, like, decided to stream on Twitch instead of YouTube, despite being on here for many more years. I think at the time it made sense because YouTube's whole live streaming system wasn't really figured out yet. But yeah, now that it's at least in a decent place, and now that we have proof that a good old Rymanora actually streams on here with like decent traction, I actually feel like this has felt like a more enjoyable space to stream in versus Twitch for me. It just felt like with Twitch, every other day, even just watching it as a viewer, every other day you're having to deal with everyone's like reactions to a silly policy that Twitch has implemented. And like, while it makes sense for creators to bring it up, it just gets very tiring after a while to just be like, okay, another week, another feature gone wrong, everyone's gonna rant about it, and then everyone's gonna have opinions about it. Whereas here, it just, for the year and a half that I've been watching streams on YouTube, it's just like, oh, okay, we stream, we have fun, we sleep. Like, there's been no hoo-ha about features that I've witnessed, and I much prefer that. So yeah, it's been so much more enjoyable so far. Everyone goes to Twitch. Oh, and then you met Rai. Yes, actually, this would mark 10 years of knowing Rai. I forgot which exact month, but it's somewhere in the middle of the year. So, fun times. We survived 10 years of knowing each other despite the chaos. Everyone goes to Twitch, your FOMO. I felt that before I started streaming on YouTube. I always thought that it wasn't practical to even try building an audience on YouTube. And then the ads that they like throw at people, that's the other thing that really turned me off about it. Like, I think YouTube kind of does that with if you don't have premium or the luck of Rai to have an ad-free channel. But yeah, like Twitch's ones are on another level, and they interrupt streams as well. Terrible. You also give the older chickens a grain mix. We call it chicken crack. Is that the actual brand name, or is this a unofficial granny term? I'm also guessing that they highly enjoy it. Okay, I think. So this, like, we still have houses and things. Oh, actually, okay, update since the last stream as well, I forgot to mention. I did go in and do a lot of detailing to the area. So all of the pathways have been done up. So we have all of these walkable areas. Not connected by actual pathways yet, but I will do that eventually. We have updated our bus stop a bit, so it's now painted black, and I found actual ad signs that weren't just your ad here, so that's fun. I've placed fake shop fronts for the entire area, so it almost serves like this entire area would technically be a shopping street, including this little alleyway here. Place some trees down, place some benches down, place a bin down, tidied up the parking area, so there's like bushes and fences and stuff. Place down some of Melvin's accommodation, which is here. I could actually rename this if we need to. And then what else? Oh yes, we've done up a little like basketball court area as well, and I did a bit of this with the road, like parking wise. You need to kind of be a bit finicky with these, which I may eventually show when we work on the roads. So yeah, just thought to quickly like update that. I'm still gonna have to figure out the balance between what I do on stream versus what I do off stream. I think we'll have to play around with that over time, because some things may get very tedious to show on stream, and I think maybe once in a while is fine, but I wouldn't do it every stream. Like, so I will have to be mindful of what we do each time we stream, and I'll have to like take turns, I guess. Thank you, Azzy. Yeah, we tried, and I think this is the first time in 10 years that I've played this game where I feel like I'm finally getting a sense of detailing. For the last like few series that I tried to start, it always felt like I couldn't detail, and this was because I was playing in City Skylines 1, by the way, where props are just tricky, the game's really not the best when it comes to hardware, so it's slow. My computers could barely run it, but with City Skylines 2 and with this setup, I can actually detail without it going to poop. So, but yeah, okay, so we have this area. Let's connect up some car parks and things. I don't want to place too much parking, to be honest. Because while we should provide enough car park space, also let's save Montai City Part 2. There we go. And I do need to do a bit of custom road building. So again, if anyone would like to learn a bit more about the different mods available in this game, there is this mod called Road Builder. We showed it a bit the last time. If we click on this, it brings up the menu along with like all the roads you've done before. And then you click on a road, and this is the little drag and drop area where you can like place different configurations of lanes and things. So specifically today, I want to put parking. Oh, we hear some dogs in the background. Okay, so parking, and I want to turn it to perpendicular. Ooh, okay, does it not show the markings because of... It does? Okay, lovely. There we go. So that creates our little, the thing. Yes. Words. Okay, you tend to do the basic building on stream, then you make it prettier off camera because you get bored. I think I might have to do a bit of that as well. Because again, my track record in the good old City Skylines is 2 episodes before I give up. I am pretty confident that we won't be doing that this time, but yeah, I'll have to be mindful of how we balance like what's shown on screen, or on stream I should say, versus like off stream, I guess. Okay, and then because this area for the housing didn't really get a garden in itself, I kind of want to keep these areas a bit more green. Maybe here, because this is the hotel, and then you'd want the view of the hotel to be nice, so I can kind of keep the parking in this area. Parking. 2 lane, no, single lane, what's this? Angled parking, perpendicular parking. It's so nice that we have all of these now actually, because this was a new addition to the game right before I left for my trip, so I didn't really get to play with it. Not that I could on my old city because everything crashed. What fun. But now we can, so. Okay, ooh, this is gonna be slightly finicky. Is anyone else gaming at the moment, by the way? If so, what are we playing today? I'm in that... I realize I always get into this zone with City Skylines where if I'm in that space, I will play City Skylines and only City Skylines. To the point that sometimes I feel like it disrupts my life, but it's okay. But yeah, so I'm currently in that space, and I think it's that whole new city situation where, you know, the excitement comes from being able to start afresh, and I'm actually quite glad that that has come, because I was worried starting a new city meant that I would feel very lost as to what to do, versus when I played my old one. Okay, 3, ooh. How many should we do? 4, let's say. No. 3. Okay, it's fine. You played a bit of No Man's Sky. Oh, interesting. So is that game story based? Or is it like a you choose your adventure sort of thing? Rise playing some Stardew. Is this the continuation of your 100 days? Can I say, by the way, that video is popping off like popcorn. Not playing right now. Oh yes, Granny played I Am Future today. You're in bed now. Which makes sense at this time of day or night. Not playing right now, but Sam has been playing Core Keeper. What's that? Core Keeper? Why does it sound so familiar? Did you mention this on Rise stream recently? Okay, so I'm thinking this area, for the car park wise, I will detail off camera, because this is not really the focus of today's episode. And it will take way too long. It'll probably take up the entire episode if I kept going with that. So we continue with the garden area, I guess. And yeah, I could just put some basic things down for now, just so we know, like, symbolic, there's like a representation of a garden here, and then I can also do the same thing of coming back and gardening, because the main thing for me is I want to grow our neighborhood more than anything today. So detailing can come another time. But just so we know, garden's gonna be here, hotels here, car parks here, everything. There is a bit of a story, but for the most part, you write your own adventure. Oh, interesting. You've been doing back end of YouTube Live? Oh, okay. You've been doing the back end of YouTube Live. I get it now. I was like, what game's that? It's the game of streaming and failing Discord and then mindlessly reconnecting with Palia. Oh, has there been any updates to Palia? I have not recovered from my falling off of Palia since October. Okay, let's remove a little clef. Leaving just... Let's see. If I place down no vehicle, pedestrian street. Okay. So this is gonna be our clef kind of symbol thing. And... there we go. Okay, and then the rest of it can kind of just take slight inspirations. I don't think this area is going to look like a clef, but here, what we could do is, and this is a little trick that I saw. What is there? I think it's Palm's Time. Right, we mentioned this on our first City Skylines stream. It's the whole trick of using pedestrian paths to... I'm gonna figure out how to do this. So you do this, and then raise it up 5, and then you go in and make it a retaining wall, or is it a key? There we go. So you create like an elevated path relative to the rest of the space. Kind of wanted to try and see if this does anything. Because if it does, we can use this concept to really bring in more variety for our builds. You logged in and you didn't know what to do. That would be me if I try doing Palia. I actually have not checked if that update ruined all of my blocks. Because when I was playing Palia, I used all of the building blocks to the extent that there was a time where there wasn't enough blocks. I think there are enough now, but yeah, it wasn't great, so... And I think one of the updates messed it up. Like, I haven't checked, but... Ooh, why is it doing that? Can I not move things around now? Wow, okay. That's quite a curve. Let's bring it back. So that follows along what would have been the shape of that. I can actually... because the curve goes that way. Give me a moment. Let us actually place down another lane. So here it comes, everyone. If you would like to suggest another lane name for this new lane in Cubby Clef, please let me know. Please drop it in chat, and then we will see if we want to go with it. It's near a musical district. It is also near Cubby Clef. Ooh, what's happening here? I think it got messed up. Let's not use a key. There we go. Okay, so I was thinking, keeping in mind here with future-proofing our roads and stuff, right? Because I think I messed up by connecting this road so close to the avenue. Because if people turn here, that's not much space to change lanes and stuff. So my thinking is that the Musical Academy's entrance can come from this way. Just so we don't have that issue. Hold up. So it was like this, right? Clef. Ooh, I don't know how the road's gonna connect to this. We might have to connect this way. Or we might have to completely scrap the... Oh, actually, okay, wait. This could be... that, right? Pedestrian goes this way. I feel you would need a road here because I do want to place like a theater thing here. Arietta? Is that a musical term? Or like a random name? It's perfectly fine if it is, I'm just like curious. Oh wait, hold up. It's a lane, right? Do we continue the whole like do re mi fa so lane thing? I did the semi-quaver thing for this alley, by the way, but we only made it to demi semi-quaver because there were only 2. But yeah. A diminutive form of aria indicating a short or little. What is an aria? A self-contained piece for one voice, with or without instrumental or orchestral accompaniment. Oh, okay, interesting. That should be for like a standalone road, I feel. Like a road that goes nowhere and links to nothing. Maybe this one. This one, because this bit divides between the 2. Or maybe... Or it could be the road in the Music Academy. Not sure. Many potential options here. Is there nothing you don't know? She doesn't know how to not read dialogue. Does that count? As in, you do the whole like reading it when you play outside of making videos as well, or streaming? Or is this something that you chose to do more for like streams? You use Google, yes. Do we expect a lot of traffic in the Musical Academy? Would it be a popular one? How many pop artists would have come out of here? Okay, I'm going to... Let's do 2, like 2 lanes each direction coming in. We'll add our first roundabout, everyone. Small empty roundabout. Small roundabout with a tree. Small roundabout with a bush. Small concrete roundabout with a tree. Okay, we'll go with that. I have no idea what the difference is. And then... Here we go. Okay, and then that continues with the whole clef thing. So at least we have some kind of control as to the junction area. And then... If we... I need to look for that theater thing that I saw while I was browsing. Okay, so there are a lot of these modern architecture buildings that would fit... Ooh, okay, not that one. Like some very generic ones, which would be fine. There is this funny thing, which is supposed to be a lecture hall. Where is it? I don't remember where it was from. There was something that was a... Police? This? Oh, what's that though? Modern... Ooh. Interesting. I have no idea what that is. It's very... very interesting design there. Citizen Service Center. Lecture hall looks very 70s. It's interesting how, technically, modern architecture is no longer new. In fact, modern architecture is quite old, but it's still used as a term to describe new-looking buildings. Because if it's not contemporary, it's modern. Diseased. Whoa, okay, that's too big. Modern hospital. Oh, that's quite cute, actually. Like a nice roundish shape. Let me leave one here, just for reference. And then... what was it from? Sorry, I'm trying to find a specific building that was like this orb-shaped thing. Clearly should have noted it down, because now I can't find it. Is it a... It can't be like an industrial building, right? Oh, it might be a case of, it's not showing all the packs, which is something I've realized this game is doing, and it's quite annoying. Show all. Yes. How many minutes in this stream will be spent looking for items? It will be super popular. They will be training for a place in the Montai City Opera and Orchestra. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so there needs to be an actual opera house or something. Where is it? Gonna be slightly annoyed if I can't find it. theater? Not this. I feel it was a government building. Don't ask me how I know. I just feel like it is. Because when I saw the building, I was like, oh, it looks cool. Doesn't look like what it's supposed to be. Community thing? Community firehouse, community pool, community city park. Oh, it might be a park thing. Maybe. It might actually be, you know. I think that's where it is. Wait, large parks. Sports parks, large sports parks. No, I'm wrong. It's not here. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's fine. We'll find it. We'll find it when we come across it. But for now, let's keep working on the rest of it. Okay, placing down more of these education buildings for now, I guess. I could have a little tuckaway spot to save the buildings I like. I should. We should have like... We need like a dumpster island or something, just put everything there. Okay, but for now, let's put some more basic generic things. Just so that we can... Because not all buildings in a academy needs to be fancy or like specifically unique. Oh, that's quite nice. I don't think this is meant to be used on its own. Oh, but I quite like that. Okay. Placing this down as well. And... Okay, you know what? One last go. Let me look for it one more time. We will find it. We will find it somehow, somewhere. Commercial low. Commercial high. Okay, last scan through this set of things. If I don't find it, that's it. No more. What's this? That's a cemetery. Wow, okay. See, all these assets are way too much. It's cause you have to learn where things are and then they make sense. Police? Where was it from? Transport. Oh, I'm realizing there's actually quite a lot of transport things that we could use as props. Whoa, okay, no, not that. Parks. We're patient. Thank you. Appreciate it. No, I don't see it. It's not anywhere. And I give up. Okay, so for now, the rest of it. But the idea was there was this like round dome-shaped looking thing that we could use to actually create a theater hall looking thing. For now, we're gonna go with this, I guess. Oh, what should I do? Maybe this curve might not have been the best option, because I don't feel like my buildings will work that well with it. Okay, not here. Place down a few of you. And... I'm trying again, I'm sorry. It's just... There's a different search option here, and I'm just like, I want to check that it's not here. Service for service buildings. Okay, while we are actually searching for all of this, how about I tell another story, which is that I've been in search of some weatherproof... It's this citizen service thing. Citizen... Is it? No, it's not. Okay. I've been in search of some, like, waterproof shoes. And it sounds fancy, but all I'm looking for is, like, basically Crocs. Because of the whole recent thing with the weather. And, I actually have, like, a studio that I rent for, like... home decor stuff that I make. So I basically make my own coasters and candles and stuff, trying to make that into a sustainable business for myself. Not quite there yet. Keyword is trying. But I like to get to that building, I need to walk for 10 minutes from the nearest like train station. And one of the things that has been putting me off going a lot has been the whole like, when it's raining, my shoes are just done for. And it just never clicked that I could just buy a pair of Crocs and be happy about it, because I've not had good luck with sandals and slippers. I think my feet are just made of cheese or something. In terms of they get swollen very quickly, and it's been like this since young. So I was always very hesitant to try anything that was like slippers, sandals. And then the other thing of like the idea of having exposed toes and then someone accidentally stepping on it makes me very cautious. Did I find light up ones? I went to the shop, like actual Crocs store today, to try the sizes. I don't like actual, like the original Crocs shoes. They don't feel very comfortable, but they have these slip-on shoes that are quite comfy. It's just the whole like open toe thing that I'm a bit like, not sure if I like that yet, but not ruling it out. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now with my whole like situation. Wellingtons. I think Wellingtons might be a step too far, literally because it's shoes. Haha, haha. No, yeah. I think people would question why I'm wearing Wellingtons. Ooh, this is a nice building. I know this is actually meant for like a hospital, but it's a nice building. And I kind of want to go with it. Okay, we'll just go with it. No one needs to know that we're not using it as a hospital, right? I think that's fair. Let the dogs out, it's going to be okay. Yeah, no, so I'm just like, deciding, and I don't think there's really many options for me other than the Croc style that I would be okay with. I don't like the issue for me is the kind of slipper that has the thing in between your biggest toe and the second toe. Are there like different names for like toes? Fingers? Togas? No, that's a different thing. You have Crocs for the rain. They're closed shoes but with air holes. They're purple. Oh yeah, so there's so many colors of Crocs, and I feel like the fun of getting a pair would be the colors. So yeah, it's still a question mark as to what I'm getting, but that's currently a thing to figure out, let's say. Grey's Anatomy could never. Grey's Anatomy's building is quite like stereotypical generic hospital, right? And the giblets, oh my gosh. I have never like done any of that to my shoes. I've never customized my shoes. How easily accessible are custom giblets? Like, would I be able to go up to a streamer and be like, hi, I watched your streams religiously for 10 years. Can you make me your logo? Is that possible? Or are they things that only Crocs would do? I might have to scrap the whole like shaped like a clef thing for this area, honestly. I don't know, it's just, it does not... Oh, wait. Citizen, City Hall. Might be here. Education, research. Sorry, I've started again. We're trying to look for it again. Nope. Okay, stop looking for it. You can't find it. Imagine. We don't have to imagine if streamer goes ahead and actually creates them. I'm wondering if you can 3D print those things. Maybe, yeah, because I have a 3D printer. You can figure it out. Who was it that made your good old Melvin statue again, right? I might have to get in touch with them to be like, hey, here's an idea. And it doesn't involve Melvin this time. I don't know, this... It feels very rigid for a music school, right? It's like this whole square thing. Maybe if I... Okay. This is fine. This 3-part connection, I'm okay with. Okay, pivot. When we're getting stuck, we pivot, is what I've learned after many years of trying to do this. In the past, I would have just been like, oops, don't know what to do, gives up. Girly gamer? Okay. Okay. Might have to get in touch. Just ask for assistance. Because I've had my 3D printer, but because of work and stuff, and because my 3D printer is in my studio that it's like 40 minutes away from my house, I have not really used it as much as I could. I think I'll be able to now, though, because like I've just had like meetings for work and stuff, and I think this year I will have a bit more capacity to work on my home decor stuff, which equals more experimentation with the 3D printer as well. Who's this Melvin you speak of? Have no idea. You might be creating a district for him at some point. Ooh. Okay, you know what? Sorry, I'm scrapping the whole like clef shape idea because I just remembered as well. I did want the park to continue through this district, and the clef shape gets in the way. So, sorry. We tried to be musical, we tried to be fun. It's just not working out. So, it's nice knowing you, Clef. Here you go. Oh, what just happened here? Okay. So, continuing the park. Oh, that's not... Why is it doing that? Doesn't look right. Okay. We can actually bring it in a bit. I'm okay with it getting slightly, like, narrower. But from here, there will be a crossing of sorts. And let's say here. Whoa, okay, that was a bit of lag. Apologies for that. Here. And then we keep going, right? So let's say this. Okay, and then this could be like a nice walkway for which the buildings are aligned to, maybe. We'll find somewhere to put this 3-building thing. Oh, it can't block this pathway actually. It shouldn't block, at least. Okay, and then... Here we go. So yeah, a preview of what detailing would look like is what I'm doing here. So it's like trying to connect the two paths so that they actually create a smooth connection to the roads. This is where it gets kind of finicky. You have to kind of over time learn how to break your like networks into different paths. Or at least different segments that you can then like connect up and do this with. Oh, this one might need a bit of a curb as well. Here we go. Okay. And then... Oh my gosh. So yeah, looking at it now, should we do stuff like this on stream? Should we leave it for when I have time off stream to just go crazy about this? Okay, we're leaving it just like roughly the way it should be. And then over here, connecting here. Oh, actually, I should have just done it like that. That was simpler. And then like this. Thank you, Azzy. You love it, but that's just me. Maybe we can have some streams that were like, content warning, boring detail work. And then at least people who aren't interested can be like, okay, we'll just be there for your next stream. So we can have at least the option to have some streams like this. Because I feel like as the city grows, there will be some moments where I'm just like, I don't really want to develop an entire district from scratch. Let's just build instead. What is happening here? Okay. You'd like both? It's good to see the stuff, but also your bigger stuff. Okay, good to know. We'll probably have a bit of both then. I think it's just cause if I found that building, it would have been fine, but no, it had to disappear. Let me get a picture of it actually, just so that if we can find it, what's a good... Okay, I only have one picture of it, unfortunately, so let's save this as... Oh wait, it's already saved. Okay, wait, let me just add this to... Do I? City Skylines 2, add image. Here we go. Image 3. Is it in the picture? I don't see it. Oh wait, no, okay, that's a different picture. Let's save it as... Save as... Here we go. It's this thing in the background. Like... that thing. If anyone sees it, just scream. I mean, like, scream and tell me. Like, don't just scream for no reason, but like, scream with intent. But I'm looking for that building, and I have no idea where it is. Because if not, I was gonna put this here as our, like, amphitheater. Ambitus? Ambitus? A term referring to the range of a melody indicating the highest and lowest notes in a musical piece. Ooh. Do we have a portion that's like a very high elevation that changes to low very quickly? Can you scream anyway? You did on your stream, where the... It wasn't even the bat that got you, it was just the flames from the bush devil. Yeah, you did then. Guess that will do. Oh dear. I have no idea what I should do on Saturday stream, by the way. It's like, we're planning already. Because why not, right? This week wasn't supposed to be the 2 streams in a week, but it's okay. Because I was just like, City Skylines, fun. But yeah, I have no idea what we're doing for Saturday. Probably not a creative game, if possible. Because that's been 2 streams straight of creating. And I unfortunately probably can't keep that up. So... unlikely to be continuing our Dinkum world. I would leave the option for Sims 4 builds open for the future, but not Saturday stream. That was another thing I wanted to try, like, with the new year. But yeah, because we did too much creating for this week, it will have to be another time. So something more story-driven or just like gameplay-driven would be nice. I don't know how much of... Because I'm wondering with Dinkum, like what we can do that's not creative. And I'm not sure if I'm in a position to do hardcore considering I'm still new to the game. So... don't know if that's an option. I kind of feel like these do look like buildings that would exist in a musical space. Like the round ones, definitely. No hardcore then. Although, maybe that's the fun of it. It's like watching someone who doesn't know what they're doing in Dinkum yet attempt hardcore. Because I was throwing ideas to Rai being like, oh, maybe one of the versions of hardcore is that you can't eat during the entire challenge. And you have to go to the hot with no food. And she was like, you're crazy. Yeah. And surprisingly, we've spoken since. Okay, the academy might face that way. That might be better. So then you can enter from here. And what other buildings do we have? Let's look for roundish buildings that would fit into the space. Commercial high. Oh gosh, okay. Massive buildings. That's kind of interesting if I can change the color of it. So... I think also this song in the background, this was the one of the first that played when I first opened this game. It's... the second game's music is so much better than the first. The first game's music was terrible. I'm still not the biggest fan of the menu music. Like the song that plays when you load this game up, it's quite annoying. Especially when your game keeps crashing because of mods and then you have to keep listening to it over and over and over again. And why do I feel like it's going to crash when I did that? Okay, we can use some of these as well. The urban promenade stuff. Kind of curvy, kind of suiting. Although I did want to save some of these for like an actual educational institute. So let's not use too many of these things. Go to the hot first and make that You make that challenge. Is that the one I called Hungry Chef? I think so. I'm not sure. What were the rules that you put for that one? Okay, for now, I'm going to leave that as our building shape. So the academy may not have to be too big actually, because like being mindful of the fact that it's not that this entire island's going to be an academy. It's not like a full-on university as well. It's just like a place for music. We'll have this, we'll have the theater, and I think that will be enough. Some standalone buildings on the sides, okay, I think. Yeah, something like that. Oh, you just made up the logo, we had the rules. Hungry Chef is to cook every dish. Oh no, then I don't think that's it. Like mine was just play hardcore, but the hardcore ultra mode, what was it? Hardcore plus mode is to not eat. Or not eat, what did I call it? You can't eat things that were cooked, but you can eat things that exist in nature. Was hardcore plus for me. Yeah, we got rejected by the rule makers. So unfortunately, it won't be happening. Also, it has been an hour and a half. What? Who? What? All we've done is like one block here and one block there. Yeah, so we'll see what happens on Saturday. It might... If I can figure out what to do in Dinkum, we'll do that. If not... Oh, I guess we haven't done a Sims 4. We haven't caught up on our good old... What are their names? This is how long it's been. Sammy and Betty? Matty and Betty? One of them is Betty. The restaurant people, the ones who break wind. That one. So we can catch up with them. We can continue our good old restaurant. Ooh, curvy. I'm starting again. I'm trying to look for the... Ooh, that's nice. I'm trying to look for the buildings again. It's happening. The one with inflated... Oh, yes, that one. I completely forgot. Now, what colors feel musical? Because I'm not leaving it green and red. That was the hospital's colors. And I just feel like it's not quite the vibe. We don't want our music scene in this city to be clinical sounding. So, yeah, perhaps not those two colors. But we do need two colors. Oh, I can't customize that color. It's just gonna be that color. It's fine. It's fine. Maybe this one can get darker then. Oh, wait, no. Okay. So that's one color we can change. Oh, can I not change that? Here we go. And this could be like a random... You can't really see it much, but oh well. Okay, so little music academy campus area that has slightly wonky corner building. That's fine. Okay, so we'll have a central court area. And I think this time, let's save very quickly to a... Only one part so far today. Imagine if this game crashes. Walkway, roadway, walkway. It's a net lane. Ooh. Oh, we can have fun with these. These are actually quite wide. Now, what's musical here? Not feeling red. This one's a maybe. Walkway 11. Walkway... Oh, walkway 12 is quite nice. Oh, walkway 13 is not bad. Okay, no, walkway 22 is basic. Walkway 19. Sidewalk 22. Ooh, okay, very bright. What's this? Pedestrian path? Marble. Oh, those are edges. Okay, no, that's fine. I think I like... Which one was it? 13, 12. Let's go 12. No crashes allowed. You don't have you don't give permission for that. Tell the game this, because when it starts crashing, it will go like Fletch is on her way to get licenses or something. Your dyslexia? No, it's okay. It's okay. We got there in the end. Okay, so here we go. And then walkway. Oh, they're quite large if I were to do this, right? Have you saved recently? Yes, about a minute ago. So thankfully, we should be fine, I think. And then let's do a little square. There you go. When he was talking to you and you're telling him about this mistake you just did, well, now you have to tell him about another mistake you just did. No, it's okay. No pressure. You do not have to be here like every single second of the stream. We appreciate you nonetheless. Welcome back, Benny. Oh, that reminds me. Benny's painting of stuff reminds me. I went to an art shop today, like an art supply store. We only have a few in this country. So I went to one and I got like a set of acrylic paint, some brushes, and 2 canvases. So I might want to like just paint for fun. And I don't know why. I've only, like in recent memory, right? I've only painted once, and it was because I had a friend that was like, she runs an art studio where she teaches kids like art and stuff. And they were doing like art jamming kits where basically they provide you with a box of all of the paint and stuff, all the supplies you need to get going, and you can just paint, right? So like I helped her take some product photos of it, and then as like thank you, she let me paint with one of the boxes. And then it was so enjoyable. I painted one of the like posters there on my wall, which is just like a wave, like literal ocean waves coming against the sand. And then there's all of like the foam that comes from like waves and stuff. I painted that and I really enjoyed it, but for some reason I've never gone back to try again. So I was like in the shop, and I've done it once before where I went into the shop thinking if I should do it, and then I just didn't do it in the end. But this time round I was like, nope, I know we may not have been the best expense like purchase, considering our like whole financial situation for this month, but it's okay. Just get it. And I got it. So we will attempt. Do we have paint and sips? Like what, paint while drinking? Or I don't think they do. You know, sometimes I put myself off like trying hobbies and stuff just because I'm not in that position to just like throw things at random fun projects willy-nilly. I feel like I do that enough without bringing things like paint and stuff. But yeah, no, I think we still have to try sometimes. And I, like, there was polymer clay as well. Which might not be the best thing to like try, given that what I received from Rye was also made of polymer clay for Christmas. They usually run a class teaching you how to paint a specific painting, and then you can have wine if you want. Oh, interesting. Well, I mean, I don't really drink, so the wine would probably have to be apple juice or something, but I can watch everyone else get drunk, right? Oh, but I know these 2 art teachers as well who do like nude painting at their art studio. I find that interesting, like the fact that there is just, it's a group of, like, you can sign up just to go there, they'll have a model there, and then everyone just, like, paints. And that's kind of interesting. We have one here called this is proof that I don't drink. Pinot? Pinot. We have Pinot and Picasso. I know that's not how you pronounce it, but when you're desperate, just go for the worst option. Polymer clay is easy to master. I'm not sure. It said it needed baking. So did you bake my Reuben? Was the poor pig in the oven at some point? No worries, Granny. Thank you so much for dropping by for the time that you were here. Have a good rest, and we'll see you in your next stream. Take care of the chickens, even in your sleep. Oh, I just realized that my city has been running this entire time. Like, it's been not on pause. Because I just suddenly saw this. Oh, look! Abundance of entertainment. Small homes. Oh, we don't have healthcare. That explains a lot. We are wealthy. And abundance of leisure time. Okay, that's fine. Everyone's still alive. Smell like bacon. Oh, dear. Okay, and then, net lanes. This was a new thing, which was that there is now these edge-like things. I'll just show an example of it. I won't do the rest on stream because this takes way too long. But the idea is that you can line up your net lanes and actually create like little outlines for your paths so they don't just feel so randomly connected. I think this is a nice feature. I didn't expect that I would use them that much, but see, it's like a nice little touch. And then when you start to add in things like bushes and like other elements, I feel like it does bring something to... Okay, that's... What's with all the ginormous bushes? This is the one thing that I really hope, like, or I'm looking forward to with, like, when custom assets can be added, is that people will add other forms of shrubbery and things. I feel like at the moment, not the biggest fan of the ones that are available. How many citizens do we have? We have 112 so far. There should be way more based on the number of buildings we place down, but most of them are fake buildings. So, 112 so far. Let's actually check on our good old Mo Mavison once I place down these trees. Hopefully he's still alive. Hopefully still working at the water treatment plant. Followed citizens. Oh! He's met his special someone. Where is he? Mo, hello. Oh my gosh, has he had a kid? He's had a kid! Mo and Helen and Katerina. Living in Doe Lane, 8 Semi-Quaver Alley. Living life. Oh, but Katerina's unwell. Uh-oh. We don't have a hospital. We don't have a clinic. Let's hope she survives. Meanwhile, music. Music's more important in this city. It's okay. Ooh, that's a very blank facade. Okay, wait, no, we need to fix that. Let's put some storefront. Mo can't raise his kid on his own. Okay, wait. I did have that like road of temporary services, right? Let's put local hospital, modern hospital. Just whatever the smallest. Okay, here we go. Small medical clinic. So at least there is something. Small medical clinic. I'm also... Oh, hello, purple car. Vin Diesel would disagree family is the most important thing. Maybe that was Vin Diesel just driving by. Do you think he's allowed to buy an electric car? Like, would he have to change his name? Okay, I'm gonna place down one firehouse just in case. And police is fine, they can figure themselves out. Like, just don't start fights. We're good. Save your wife. Speaking of, let's save. To be? Or not to be? That is the question. Vin Electric. Maybe Vin Electra. I feel like Electric's too boring. Vin... Telsa? No, Telsa... Oh no, okay. Telsa. Everyone's going with Telsa. Oh dear. Azzy and Benny are on the same internet connection today, everyone. Okay, but yeah, so, like, going along with what we were saying here, the whole, like, edges thing. Thank you for that demonstration. And then if I place... Oh, I don't know what to put here. I don't know, just like... I feel like detailing is still something that's a work in progress for me in terms of learning it. We'll obviously get better over time, but such as that whole wall thing, I have no idea what to put there. It's fine. It's fine. Same amount of explosions. Oh no. Oh dear. Okay, so yeah, courtyard area. I might actually do one more pedestrian pathway this way that could lead to the... Okay, something's bugging out because this silly net lanes window is still open. Here we go. And then this will connect up to that building that will never be found. Shall I try again? Let's try again. Let's look for it. Ooh, okay. If I... Okay, you know what? No, we will not do that. We will go back to what we were doing, which was to place a storefront here. I just cannot deal with not knowing what that building is. Considering when I saw it the first time, it wasn't even something I had to think about. It was just like, oh, okay, that building looks cool. I'll probably want to use it. And then here's me struggling to not find it. Oh, Japan storefront. Okay, let's place that there. And actually, let's align it so that both sides have an entrance. Might be more fun. There. Save it someplace on the map. Yeah, actually, we should designate a dumpster zone. Land of the dumps. Dumpland. Dumperton. Where should we have our... That should... Oh, we've had an accident. Do you think he thinks he's entitled to some compensation? Oh, we don't even know the name of this person. They've just had it. Yeah, so this is a thing that happens in City Skylines too. There'll just be random car crashes. A vehicle collision. Oh, who did this? Terrible. It might be Vin actually. No, Vin's car was purple. Although, I mean, it does look like... Oh. Okay. Vin Telsa was here. Just don't have an explosion. I don't have, like, fire engines or things in this city. He was raging. He heard you, and he was not impressed. Okay. Continuing our... Ooh, I don't know what pathway to put here. I might have to do some research as to what goes in a public square. It feels so empty, but there has to be... I don't even know if we have sculptures in this game. Sculptures? We don't. Statue? Well, those don't fit a space like this. I think what I can put that's slightly more practical is actually another exit to our station, like the metro station. That's practical, that's useful. Let's place it over here, maybe? So at least you don't have to cross the road in order to reach, like, the university. You can exit straight out, and then this will be like a fun little area. And I don't... See, I can't visualize what to build in this area because I don't have that building. Welcome to this episode where all we're doing is raging about a certain building. And I don't even know what it's actually for. Oh, there is this though. The Modern Art Museum is really cool. Like this building. Because it's porous as well. Like there is a gap between the building. So that's so cool. Oh, I can't like... Okay, place a tennis court. Do musicians play tennis? I feel like they might not. Ooh, this is nice. community, like city park. It's too big for this area, but we really need to use this at some point. Passage Park? What's this? Oh, that's quite nice. Although, again, because of this, I don't know how much space that silly building needs to actually function. Although, okay, we can do this. Like a nice connection like this. So I guess it like, First we talk chickens, now we talk geese. Okay, remove the fence. Then that feels a bit more open, I feel. And then if I get rid of the fake grass, so it blends in a bit more. So there will be that, and then we will eventually, when we find a building, never gonna stop yapping about it, we'll place that. Okay, so at least the Music Academy has some basic things going for it. Now, very quickly, let's head on over here, because I want to continue in this area. So let's connect good old, actually wait, so Do Lane, Ray Lane, Me Lane. Okay, let's see if we reach like all the way to an octave. And keep going. Here we go. Okay, so we now have two ways of entering this little district area. You may notice that there is this little road that's creating a bridge, right? I am trying to figure out where to place my highway exits. So I don't want to put an exit directly here because I don't want this to be a very high use street. So I've been deciding between, okay, this one definitely is gonna be one because our like second central area will be here, right? So major road here makes sense. It's more this road that I can't decide whether to keep as a small road or actually intersect it. I kind of like it as a small road because it does this whole like bridge across the nature area sort of thing. Like I really love this view. Like as you're winding down the road and then there's like a very small bridge that goes past. And then if say we have a garden and a park in this area, that would be very nice. I don't feel like that same effect will work if it's a big road. So yeah. And then okay, while we decide on that, let's keep going with the path for our little park connector thing. Oh, 10 meters, okay. So many paths, so few pedestrians. The worst part about all these custom paths is that the lines we've been placing down are actually just texture. If I want them to actually use the road, I need to go back in and use invisible pedestrian path, and then draw again. That's fun. But we will do it at some point, just so that this actually gets some use. Okay. So at least we know that that's happening still. And then, oh, actually, should I do a similar concept with this? Let's try. Okay, so just placing some buildings down first. The thing about this game, which I guess is a convenience versus real life, is that if you don't like something, you can always change it. Without having to go through demolition and... My gosh, imagine if there was a hardcore mode of this game where they actually make you wait for construction and demolition in like closer to real-time numbers. That would be interesting. Not sure if I would play the game if it's like that, but definitely a concept worth exploring for the developers if they would like. Paste. Paste. Okay. So there we go, a slightly different layout in terms of this corner. Or actually, maybe it should just be like that. It's this way around, right? Okay, flip this around. And it creates more of an L shape. Here. Okay. Yeah, lovely. Now we got more space. More space for parking. More space for parks. All fun. Actually, you thought things do take a... Oh yeah, they do, but it's more like if it's a hardcore mode, it would take maybe like a few in-game months for a building to be built. And then to like demolish it, it's also the same, like a few more in-game months. It would be so annoying. But also very interesting to see what would happen. Okay, and I think, just because I feel like it, we can actually start to place down some of the paths, so that when I go in and detail it off stream, it's not as many things to figure out. There we go. Ooh. Oh my gosh, I can't see because it's so dark. Downsides of having eternal sunset is that sometimes the shadows get in the way. Such as here. Really could not see anything. Okay, and then if I go here... I haven't figured out how to mask. So this is actually, like, before I place down this, right? That's actually how the road looks like. And I don't really like it. Although I could use it as a... like a drop-off point. So maybe we could pretend that people can actually, like... it's a very small drop-off point, but they could actually just stop here and, like, alight and get their things. Shelter? Okay, not that shelter. Campground, shelter, carport. Okay, yes, we have options. So if I place this here, as though it's somewhere that someone can wait, and then I place down a bench. We call them kids. Oh, you do too. Okay, no, because when I was in Taiwan, I noticed that phrase, and I was like, why kiss and ride? And then I was told the whole thing of like, oh, because that's like what you do when you drop someone off. You like moi moi, goodbye, and then they ride. That's not a term that we use in Singapore. So like, it's literally, we're boring people. We just call it drop off point. So also urban planning at its best. Yeah, just definitely sheltered. Okay. Move the shelter back. I think that's another concept. Oh, also the bench is like... hold up. Props? Okay, no, I'm gonna have to move the shelter again. There we go. Must be a New South Wales thing. Can we confirm with Granny next time we see her? As to whether we're just all confused or it's an actual thing. Okay, there we go. Hey, oh my gosh, and the lamppost has to be there, really. It's okay, we can delete it. The magic of... I think this is a mod as well, but like you can... there's this tool bar thing that I've been using to just remove things. Best thing in this game, honestly, because the last time in City Skylines 1, those would have been so annoying. I know what I know, I don't know what to tell you. We'll have to investigate. We will investigate. We will report back. And I think this is where planters. This is where I'm gonna forget what it's called again. Plant box. Plant box. Yes, yeah, I've forgotten again. Potted plants. Oh, I don't know what to do with detailing in this game when it comes to stuff like this yet. I should probably go and research a bit and see what other people do. Because the one that I've seen so far, they do the whole like wavy terrain thing, so it's more using terrain to create the effect, but I don't really know what to do with the little props yet. But I feel like that is also why we take on a series like this. It's so that we try. And then as we try, we will eventually figure it out. And life will be fun again. Yeah, so that's the motivational quotes of this episode. Try until you fail. Try and fail. And then what's the cheesy one? Failing to try is trying to fail? No. Trying to fail is failing to try? No. Failing to try is trying to fail. Is that an actual quote? I feel like it's not now. All that wordplay for a quote that doesn't actually exist. What fun. That was really an attempt at trying to fail there, like me attempting to say that phrase. How about that? I don't like those plunder boxes, but it's fine, we'll leave it. Inspiration may strike at the best of times, just like when thunder strikes an egg right in front of you. Am I right, Rai? Oh dear. Okay. I think some trees will help disguise the issue for now. I don't. This is definitely an off-stream situation. I don't know what's going there, but it's fine. Pretty good stuff. Indeed. Wait, so did we end on day 1 of that new hardcore? Or I lost track of where we were. Although I will say, based on your reactions for the last 2 attempts, when things went wrong, if it does go wrong one more time, I will be able to make a video. I will not say what it is yet, but yes. You still want to see me try it as in, like, hardcore? Or... I think if I were to try it, I would do the moving everyone in one. That's the easiest. I say easiest, I don't think it actually is. Because... what's her name? Sheila? Sheila's requirements are ridiculous. In a year. And then... Franklin's one is okay. I've had worse. I think. Your track record isn't that great, you don't think you do it. Oh, as in like you won't attempt the first version of the challenge again. At some point you will run out of versions of the challenge to do, and then you have to... like, you'd have to. I cracked you up when you said stay tuned for season 3. I mean, am I wrong? I feel like it was a very appropriate statement. Like, the marketing team needs something to go off with for promotions and stuff, right? And if they don't know what the outcome is yet, that's the sort of teaser that will get people's attention. I feel. So, makes sense to go... oh, who's that? Who's that? Who do we have on a bike? Are you... you're not Mo, right? Winston, hello. Where are we going, Winston? Oh, he's heading to the clinic. Why? Oh, he works at the clinic. Okay. Oh, we should check in on Mo. Hold on, let's just see how they get there. So our public transport route is not operating right now, so like the only way people can get anywhere is with cars and like walking. I don't know if they can actually make it there without U-turning, because I've not really focused. Like, this part of the road's not actually the proper road yet. Ooh, can they... okay, they're smart, they turn. Winston, be the same. Oh, so they just U-turn like at random now. Okay. Fun fact, in Singapore, unlike in other places where you can U-turn wherever you like, they are silly enough to require you to only U-turn at places where there are signs that say you can U-turn. It's an interesting phenomenon that apparently represents a lot of the like way people approach things in terms of culture as well. Like the whole, oh, you need to have permission in order to do something sort of situation. Like I was reading something about that and it's kind of funny. Cause yeah, I see it. It's so silly. Anyway, where were we? Like I got lost. Where were we working on? Was it here? I think it's here. Yeah, it's here. Meanwhile, Mo, how are we? Mo? Katerina's fine. They are idling. They are child. They are uneducated. Oh yeah, we don't have schools. That explains it. It's okay. Homeschool, it's fine. You're not allowed to U-turn at the street lights, but you can in other places. Oh, okay. Interesting. Now, of all of the states in Australia, are there significant differences in terms of their approaches to like strictness and things? Like, are there some states that are very strict about like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that? Or are they kind of generally similar? Because here, everything is... We don't have like state government, right? It's only central government because of how small the country is. So that aspect of like larger countries intrigue me. The whole like how a state government can have a different opinion to the central government. Okay, our first kind of curvy situation. Definitely for the curves in this city. I think it'll help as well, like, over time, if our city gets too rigid, I think some of these more like flowing paths will help break things up. Oh, actually, maybe I shouldn't have done it, because my idea was that I wanted like a fringe of forest to stay in this area. A lot of it has disappeared for some reason, but the idea is that we can do this. Like place all these trees and overlap with some of these things as well. And then as you drive along the path, like we have all of these trees. Off to bed, no worries Sam, thank you so much for dropping by today. Have a good rest, have a good sleep, and we will see you soon. Yeah, so like that, basically. Licensing in Queensland is so expensive compared sorry, is your mayor Fletch? It might explain it. Wait, licensing in terms of driving licenses and stuff, or like what kind of licensing? And then are passports state specific, or is that like a national, like everyone pays the same price sort of thing? Okay, so clear example of what I mean by the trees. We can move everything like this. So that's why I'm a bit like, I'm not sure if I want the curve to interrupt this view, because this is kind of cool. But I think if we can do it in a certain way where it flows, maybe this whole breaking up to a path thing won't affect it as much as I fear. Because see, we still have that, right? And then if I bring some of you over... My gosh, there's so many trees just appearing out of nowhere. Where were you? Okay, it's fine. We'll forgive you. Yeah, so just imagine as you're driving, cycling, or walking along this, there are these tall trees that kind of help keep things green. And the plan is to keep it going. So we'll go along this entire stretch all the way to here, hopefully. Fletch is your mayor. Benny, did you just change your profile picture? Or has something gone weird? Like, it's still green, but it's now like a different shape. You love the trees? I love it too. I think it helps as well that our city currently is in like fall, autumn. So the colors as well make it interesting. You did change it. What is... I'm trying to look at it now. What does it show? I always thought that your previous one was the Green Lantern or something. And I'm probably very, very wrong. But yeah. That's what I always thought it was. Okay, and then here's another attempt at trying to use fences in a decorative manner. If I bring... Wrong one. If I bring this, then... use the simple curves to just do this. It's the symbol of your plague god Nurgle from Warhammer. Oh, okay, I see. Your last one was... Oh, I was right! Oh my gosh! Look at me with zero Marvel, like, what do you call it? Watch time, I guess? I cannot bring myself to even attempt to watch a Marvel, like, universe movie because they are all connected to each other, and I feel like in order to understand any of them properly, you have to watch all of them. And I do not see myself having the ability to commit to that much, like, stuff. Marvel. Oh, is it? Oopsies. Well, okay. Well, at least we have a chance of still liking Green Lantern, I guess. Oh no, this reminds me of... You know, there was a newscaster in Australia that did like as the wise Superman or something once said, like, what do you call it? What's the Spider-Man quote? With great power comes great responsibility. Quoted from Superman. And then she just signed off on her new show. I feel like I just did that. Oh dear. I think you need to change it back, Benny. Just so that I like... It's my way of learning it. We will study it further. By seeing it in chat. My gosh. And anyway, right, what credit did I ever have? I had no credit, no reputation. There was none. My gosh, all my trees are disappearing. Come back, trees. Okay, they're back. Come back, trees. Why are they doing this? There were more of you. Show yourselves. You change it to the DC logo. Oh yeah, lovely. Then I'll be able to see like Marvel every time I come in. It'll be marvelous. Trees are shy, very demure. Oh dear. I got a centimeter of credit for knowing it was Green Lantern. Oh, I see. So there was none to start with. And then because of that one general knowledge question. I get it now. Okay. How well do you think I'll do if I ever took part in like, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire or something? Not great, I feel. I don't actually get, like, I'm pretty sure if you're going to take part in a show like that, you'd study for it, right? Which explains why most people would figure things out. But I don't know how these contestants know all these things. Maybe some of it's just pure luck. Because I was watching one of the celebrity Who Wants to Be a Millionaire from like the States. And I don't remember who they were. But the question was like, what country... What was it? What country is the only one in its continent to have every single vowel in its name or something? And then they just were like brainstorming and then they suddenly splurted out the answer and was like, oh yes, it's that. Imagine the luck. As he would win? Yep. Definitely. And you know why? It's because she read the dialogue. I get extra credit. What would have been like what would people have pronounced it as? I was so worried I said it wrongly. Nurgle? Nurgly? Nurgle? She used the phone a friend just to say I'm about to win. Someone did that once, actually. Like they used their phone a friend to, I think, tell their dad or something that they didn't actually need their help. Imagine being that intelligent. I don't have the intelligence to imagine that, actually, so no, I can't. Who wants to be the Dinkerman and you have to face off with Melbourne? Oh my gosh, or... This goes back to my track record of making game shows and stuff, right? If Big Jimmy B would implement his cinematic cameras, please, for his game, and then we could do like a general knowledge show about Dinkum lore, and then, like, yeah, you'd be tested on all the things that appear in the dialogue. Sam and Azzy would be perfectly capable of winning that show. Yeah. And that's where I'll leave it. Ooh, okay. We have encountered our first question mark of bicycle paths, which is that this is the first time a bicycle path is intersecting with a pedestrian path in this manner. So, with the detailing I did off stream, right, what I did for... but it wasn't really in that sense of like a T-junction, it was sort of cycling path going here, right? And what I did was I placed a red strip to signify like, oh, crossing, be careful, bicycle people. So we did that. I don't know whether to do the same thing here, which I feel like makes this the most sense, right? Or just continue the path, or break it up. Oh, it goes underneath anyway. Yeah, so if I just... The weakest dink. Again, it all comes down to whether there is a cinematic camera in the game. If there is one, we can make it. Oh no, the trees again! Stop the... Okay, we're not touching the trees. In future, we will not touch trees until we're done with everything else in the area. Because I'm not gonna go through the hassle of doing that every time. You love the red strip? Okay, maybe let's do that then. So here, and then, actually in that case, I don't need to do this extra path. We can delete, 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 delete. Why are you not deleting? Remove net lanes. Here we go. There's a, oh yeah, the no clip. So, the thing about how I make videos, right, is that I need the camera to also have the ability to like set points. So Sims does it very well actually. City Skylines now has it in the game. It's a bit finicky, but it does the job. The problem with no clip is that you can't make it move from A to B like on its own, and you can't really go back to a position you previously were at, which is the secret sauce to a lot of how I get my like shots to work in a game show. Because a lot of it is, if you've ever analyzed game shows and stuff, right, a lot of it is actually the same shots like throughout the episode. It's just done at different scenes, right? And yeah, it makes it tricky to just use no clip. But actually, no clip was good to have as well, for thumbnails and things. Oh, do we hear the dog? That's the dog that likes to make noise. I'm actually very curious whether that comes through, because it did on my old mic, but I'm using a different mic now. Using the mic from Monsters Inc. That's what's different. No clip, no follow used to go back to the same spot. No clip, no follow. What is that still a functioning command? So you know how the stream is titled the Dulcet? Is that how I'm supposed to pronounce it? The only time I've ever heard this phrase is when Rai used it on one of her very old videos on Redacted channel. I've never actually heard anyone else use it. But yeah, so I'm gonna say Dulcet. The dulcet tones of dogs barking is the new name of this stream. Okay, so here we go. This is the red. Yeah, I think this was a good call. Like, it makes more sense. Because that way people can see that there is a crossing. The cyclists need to be wary, the pedestrians need to be wary, Melvin needs to be wary. He never knows what's coming for him. Good morning, Riley, Kias Gaming. How are we doing today? Welcome to Montai City. What did you do? Wait, what did you do? What did Riley do? The background is very city core. Oh, as in like the song in the background? Yeah. So there are a few different radio stations. This one's the more like... It feels like it fits a city builder sort of thing. I don't know if the others are copyright safe, so I'm not playing them. But oh my gosh, they used to have these horrible commentators and DJ people on this radio station. And it's like every 3 or 4 songs, they would come in and talk about like, oh, there is a traffic accident in this city that doesn't actually exist because they just use a fixed recording and play it over your city and then you get confused. But recently, someone created a mod that meant you can just not let that happen anymore. So, actually wait, quickly, let's save. To see... Thank you for sharing the link to Rai, Well, thank you to Rai for sharing the link. Just checking, did we get a good sharing for Azzy as well? And yourself? And Benny's potential streaming channel? Benny, would you ever do like streaming of your painting? Like the Warhammer painting? Because I know on Twitch there is a makers and crafting category, right? I don't know how big of a thing it is on YouTube. Famed dialogue reader. Can you save some of these like the way you've written them, by the way? So that I can actually set them up as commands? Sorry, I lost track of where our bike paths are. Here we go. Okay, and then we keep going. Oh, why? Oh. What's happening here? It's not... Oh, okay, here we go. But yeah, so to catch you up very quickly, Riley, we're basically creating a city based on my recent travels to Taiwan. And it's an island area with mountains in the background. And... we're basically trying to create it in a way that was inspired by like things that I liked from walking around Taiwanese cities. This is our first neighborhood named after, or at least names contributed by chat. And this is Cubby Clef Street, named after the bear-looking island somewhere there. And this is our first little neighborhood. We don't actually have a name for the neighborhood itself yet, but the road names are named after musical things. So we have Do Re Mi Lane. Oh no, wait, where's Mi Lane? Yep, Do Re Mi. We have Cubby Clef. We have a musical school over here. And then we have Semi-Quaver Alley and Demi-Semi-Quaver Alley. So it's all going well. If you would like to like suggest potential names for future districts, feel free to leave it in chat as well. We might have to do like a Riley KS Gaming Street. Riley KS Highway, there we go. Yeah, so those are options, definitely. Where was I again? Each time I leave my build, I'm like, where was I building? Here, okay. Oh yes, and we had the treble flats. There we go. The other buildings so far do not have names, by the way. Like, do we just count them as continuations of the treble flats? Because they're technically the same shape. Where was I working? Here, okay. I don't, like, I'm obviously all for actually officially diagnosing things, but I highly suspect that I have some spectrum of, like, ADHD. Like, attention deficiency. It's definitely, I feel like there are definitely signs. Like, I don't want to, like, just self-diagnose, but at the same time, I'm like, at what point is it just true? So one of the things when I was on my trip that I feel like contributes to my suspicions of having this is that I found the jingles in Taiwan weirdly fascinating. Like, they have jingles for so many things. They have what's essentially a family 7-Eleven there, right? Called Family Mart. So they have 7-Eleven as well. But Family Mart's like a Japanese version of a convenience store. And then each time you walk in, it plays a little jingle. And it got to a point where even after I'm back from my trip, sometimes I'll just go on YouTube and look for that jingle just to hear it. And on their trains, like their metro trains as well, they have different songs for each line in Taipei. And it's like, so the red line has a certain song that plays when the train arrives, and the blue line has a different song. The yellow line has a different song, and it's a very weird song. And even so, in like their smaller city, Kaohsiung, every single station has a different song, which is ridiculous. Your daughter did a questionnaire with me, and you're on the spectrum somewhere. I feel like if I did a questionnaire, because my biggest thing is that I feel like I struggle to be, like if I'm not actually inspired to do something, I struggle to actually bring myself to be productive. So I've been having that struggle a lot with my freelance work, is that I will find myself just sitting down, starting the day, knowing that I have work to do, trying to do work, but actually not being productive. Oh my gosh, not being productive in any way. And then I just waste the entire day. And I feel like if I really look back and assess how I was like in school, I feel like I had that problem a lot as well. Like I would struggle to actually stay on top of what needs to be done with homework, and I would struggle to find the motivation for homework. And I think it's the sort of thing that went beyond just being lazy or not feeling inspired to learn, I feel. But we're not sure if your issues are spectrum related or trauma related. Ooh, yeah. It could be either one. But I think there is some comfort in actually also knowing that, because you know how a lot of times when you get these symptoms, right, it's when people don't know that you have that symptom, they'll just be like, oh, you're lazy. I got that a lot in school, where I feel like a lot of teachers weren't happy that I wasn't submitting homework. I was very good at dodging submissions of homework, by the way. You know how, okay, I don't know if this is the same like in every country, but in Singapore, when teachers collect homework, everyone just passes it down the rows, and then the teacher will just collate the stack of homework. I just started learning which teachers don't count homework, and then just stop doing their homework. I need to join the partners program so you can join as members. Oh, you mean on YouTube? I don't think I'm there yet, unfortunately, because the watch hours, I need to work up towards the hours. I will say I've been like genuinely surprised at how quickly it goes up when you stream, because all of my stats up till now have been from my trees. Okay, we're fine. Have been from when I was making videos, and it took like my 1 month of streaming has probably garnered enough watch hours to cover like an entire year of my videos in the past. So that has been very interesting. But yeah, we're slowly working our way towards it. No. We will start this one only so that you can actually cancel all of your other ones, thank you. Yeah, no, I cannot have 2 members of the same household contributing to a membership, especially when one of them already contributes to 4 different options. Benny, you cannot be another one. We cannot do this. Streams are so good, they really are. And when I was on Twitch, there was a lot of back and forth as to which I prefer, like editing videos or streaming. There's pros and cons to both. With streaming, the work that you need to do is just when you're streaming. So like once that 2.5 hours to 3 hours is up, that's done. Your video is ready. Like all you have to do is show up for that 3 hours, right? Which can be a double-edged sword, because if you're not in a space to want to be entertaining for 3 hours, that can be like a chore. On the flip side, you have videos, which are things that you can just show up to whenever you feel like it. But it also sometimes feels like, and at least with the videos I was doing, you'd have to show up for way more hours than just a stream. Because it's like, depending on what you do, if you do a let's play or like a time-lapse sort of thing, you'd have to play the game, record yourself playing for the hours, go back in, look through what you did, try and remember what was interesting, record a voiceover, and edit it. And that's like so many more layers. And I definitely went through like periods of preferring either video or streaming. Oh, actually, okay, wait. I need to do like an edge thing here as well. Ooh, I don't know. Okay, never mind. We'll pivot. Okay, so cycling lane has been extended up to the intersection of Doe and Ray Lane. Well done. And then if we go here. Hold up, let's save to the... Okay. Okay, not too bad. I feel like that was like a decent amount of things built up for this stream versus the previous one. You think it's easier to want to show up to streaming because the people there make it so much funner? I agree, actually. Yeah, definitely. Like the community and getting to know everyone and spending time and like having fun together is one of the great joys of streaming. And obviously I'm very grateful that so far with all the streams I've done, there have been people around to like chat to hold conversations with. I really appreciate that. Thank you to everyone who has like been here, viewing or lurking. It helps a lot. Like if you've ever tried streaming, that fear of, oh no, will anyone show up? Will anyone be there to like bounce conversations off? That fear is very real. Ooh, bins. So yeah, like every streamer, just on behalf of every streamer, thank you to everyone who shows up. You've been making a good video schedule. What is your schedule now actually, Azzy? Because I know, like I know you put your videos up and then your streams, I'm not sure like what the schedule is. I had to like do a bit of digging to even find your channel when you first started streaming, because Rai was like, oh, Azzy started streaming, and then I was like, where? And I struggled to find it. You have been doing very good, Azzy, yes. Riley prefers streaming, but if you're too tired or not up for it, you don't stream. Yeah, and I think that was my struggle on Twitch, and I'm trying so hard this time with YouTube to have a system and a schedule in place that is more balanced, that doesn't make me feel like that. I think a lot of it was just that Twitch was just not a very, like, I didn't enjoy the whole, we said this earlier on stream, but I did not enjoy the whole atmosphere of people constantly having to complain about features on it. Your first time streaming, you're so scared no one will be. Oh yeah, very, very, very valid. My first ever stream was... It was actually on YouTube in 2015. I did it once, I think. Oh my gosh, and I did... Like, I can admit this now because it's been 10 years, right? But I did the terrible thing, which, you know how you're not supposed to... Oh, wait a minute. No, I must have done it on Twitch because there's a viewer list, right? You know how if you're on Twitch and then there's like that viewer list and when there's people lurking, you're not supposed to like read out people's lurking names? I thought I was gonna be nice and I was like, oh, can I just take a moment as well to thank all the lurkers in my stream? And I went through and just read the names of the people who were lurking. If you're streaming, don't do that. Because some people want to lurk without being acknowledged as well. Although, I don't know, maybe I'm just overthinking it and that's actually okay. Discuss. Oh dear. How do you feel about Twitch because it's so daunting, your community's on YouTube? I think if you know that there are people there to support you and create the right atmosphere from the get-go, it's okay. But my experience has been that Twitch has a lot more... I wouldn't say trolls, but there are a lot more people who aren't there for the best intentions. They're... From, like, at least that has been my experience. Like, the fact that I have not seen a single issue pop up on the YouTube streams I've watched in a year and a half. And on Twitch, it's like every other day I have to see the streamer on their Discord being like, here's an announcement, please don't follow bot me, please don't do this, please know that we have a lockdown process in place for if there is spam. Yeah, so I don't know, that atmosphere does not make me the most comfortable. I wouldn't rule out trying it if you'd like, Rai, just because maybe that's just the streamers I happen to be watching that had those issues, but yeah. You were thinking of streaming on... Yeah. So, And Twitch has changed the policy where they allow it now. They used to not allow it. So you could technically stream on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. And it's just a matter of how do you handle the potential for two very active chats to be running at the same time. Yeah. Twitch's chat is better. Twitch's features in general, I feel, are better. I don't like that their VODs expire after 14 days. I like that on YouTube it's like there forever. And you have the option to hide it if you'd like. And I don't like that Twitch's ads are very intrusive. Again, the same streamers that I used to watch on Twitch got to a point where they had to take a break every hour because ads would like force themselves onto them. And I just don't think that's what a live stream needs to have. I understand that their whole revenue model is different over on Twitch versus YouTube because like YouTube still has ads and maybe one day they will do this whole ad break thing, but while we have the piece of like not disruptive ads on YouTube, I will prefer YouTube. But that's where they buy a subscription and then no more ads. Yeah, oh, but that just brings in another rabbit hole of when they increased all of the streamer prices. I don't actually know. Can you set prices of memberships on YouTube, or is that set by YouTube? Yeah, there's just so many, like this is just a preview of the potential things people might want to talk about on Twitch. Like your chat, if you stream there, is that people tend to react so much to all of these policy changes and stuff. It's the prices of all the subscriptions on Twitch and then the revenue share that Twitch takes. Twitch takes like 50% of your revenue from subscriptions and stuff. So again, versus YouTube. The streamers that talk about revenue say most of their money is made from ads. And that makes sense. Like, that is... in a capitalist world, in a world of this way of like revenue generation, that is unfortunately reality. It's like, it's ads, it's sponsorships, it's memberships. And which one's the easiest to get for big companies? Ads. So, yeah. You can set the membership money in tier 3s. There's set prices and you choose which ones. Oh, okay. Like, you can't make 1 cent. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the PayPal fees will probably be like $1 if it were 1 cent. So not the most effective way of earning an income either. Yeah, but so overall, I'm just... I don't know. I appreciate the time I spent on Twitch, but at least for this season of my creative journey, it's not Twitch for me. It's more YouTube. Like, I like that there is now a one central place that I can have all of my content and direct people to. I feel like Twitch was tricky for discoverability of streams. Like, unless you have clips or you put in the effort to actually edit your like streams into highlights and stuff, it's very hard for people to get a sense of what your streams are without watching. And then the thing is, because the VODs disappear for 14 days, if you stop streaming, then no one has there's no more like examples of your streams that people can refer to. You just watched 2 big streamers talk about money and they both said because you can dual stream, why wouldn't you, instead of putting all of your eggs in one basket? I agree with that point of view actually. In terms of if you're approaching it as a creator, as like a job sort of thing, definitely being tied to a platform is risky, because what if, like, we won't get into the politics of it, but what if, for example, like what's happening now with TikTok, where like a policy means that the platform just disappears and you can't use it in certain regions. There is always that risk with YouTube. So yeah, I think for me it was always the like, I wouldn't know where to host my videos if YouTube didn't exist, you know, because Vimeo is not great. So thankfully we don't have to worry about that yet. But in terms of things like memberships and stuff, I always tried my best to, or at least once I was able to, have an option that wasn't tied to the platform I was on. So like when I was on Twitch, I eventually started up the like Ko-fi thing, so that if people didn't agree with the revenue situation of Twitch, or they don't want to financially support the company for their personal reasons, they have an alternative option. And then there is that. But again, it doesn't solve the whole like, what if your revenue comes mainly from ads? What if the platform dies? Where will you bring your community? Some people wouldn't give up a platform and move to a different one if they're used to it. So many questions. How's that for deep conversation first thing in the morning, Riley? You're mostly there for your communities and not the money. There as in Twitch or YouTube, Riley? You're hoping to retire in the next few years and you need the additional income, so you have to think about it. Yes, yeah. Very, like, worth thinking about now as well while you can, rather than when you actually need to depend on it as an income source. Yeah, I think actually, I say it's, like, the reason why I say it's very worth it is that one of the reasons why I stopped from streaming, like I stopped streaming on Twitch, English, is that I got very burnt out by thinking about this whole creating a sustainable income source for me. Because at the time, I was still trying to figure out my like freelance work, like for videos and stuff. And I was trying so hard to make creating gaming content cover my expenses and like what I need to live. And I think that pressure just made it so difficult for me to actually enjoy the fact that I'm doing this as a passion, as a hobby. And then I fell off it so hard, I could not even touch the games that I streamed for years. It's only like recently that I don't feel that burden anymore. And I'm so grateful that I've passed that phase actually, because I was really concerned at some point that like I was gonna feel that about creating forever. So yeah, can't believe you actually can't sustain yourself on by $2. It's more than two. It's more than two with your multiple subscriptions everywhere. It's like $10 a month. I can probably afford my lunch. Oh dear. Okay. Anyway, we've been doing paths and all of this right here, so there's that. I'm wondering whether I want to touch the market. I kind of feel like we should leave that for another episode so that we can dedicate an entire episode to doing our market. But the idea is, so again, in case you weren't here at the start, this area is like a draft of where I want this like public space, grass, garden, green, yes, things to eventually link to. So it starts from like the metro station here. Some of it can be public squares, and then some of it can be gardens, and it'll eventually link to our giant mountain hill area, so that there is like a giant park connector that links through the entire neighborhood. So I don't know whether to put the market here or past Ray Lane into Me Lane. What lovely names for our roads. Oh dear. Wouldn't be a very big lunch. It really wouldn't. Oh dear. Amethyst. Oh yes, thank you, Azzy. Forgot about it. A term referring to the range of a melody indicating the highest and lowest notes. Maybe one of these hills. How far should we... Actually, no. Okay, I know. This road can be Amethyst Lane. Because it is, in a sense, the contrast between the height of that bridge and the like bottom area, which is here. Thank you, Azzy. Sadly, I have to get ready for work, so I'll be lurking. No worries, Riley. Thank you so much for dropping by and a quick chat. Have fun lurking. We're actually probably gonna wrap up soon anyway, because I started half an hour earlier, just to test it, and yeah, my voice is going. So otherwise, I would have considered just going till the normal time, but we need to conserve it. We need to conserve it. So yeah, let me just quickly extend this. So we'll just do the basic terraformings for now until, like, so we have a sense of what we're gonna do. And I think that will be where we have to conclude for the day. And then I'm actually gonna have dinner. It's 9 o'clock for me right now. And we have a bento box of, I think it's teriyaki chicken, rice, and then usually that shop gives a Japanese potato salad, like a small little blob of it. And I hope, because my parents bought it, right? Usually they would get like the Japanese steamed egg chawanmushi. I don't think they got it this time, but if they have it, it will be lovely. To be fair, I forgot to mention it to them as well, so it's like, if they didn't get it, it's fine. Like, I didn't specify it. Okay, so we keep... Oh, no, okay, that's not... We do not need that many parking lanes. Parking spots, parking lanes. Hello, Mr. Partner, welcome in at the end of the stream. Mr. Partner is currently slightly unwell, unfortunately, so please send all of the good health, send all of the vitamin C. Oh dear. Now you want sushi? I'm very curious about the Chinese restaurant that Rai mentioned once on the stream where you got like giant spring rolls or something. Cause I'm pretty sure that sort of Chinese food is very different from what we get here. And my one experience of Western Chinese food in the UK was that I actually quite liked it. So I kind of want to try it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so funneling in all the lovely music from the Music Academy. Oh, Mi Lane ended up being all the way here. Okay, that's not right. But yeah, so Music Academy, blurting music all the way to the mountains. It's the sound. We've done a sound of music as we've done it by accident. Because it's music going all the way to the mountains. Oh my gosh. Do we need to do like a sound of music area in the mountains? Then we'll have... What's the songs? Yeah, because we have Do Re Mi. Okay, this is another theme we can go with. We have music, we have musical terms, and then we have references to sound of music. So maybe... Oh, we don't have any proper shops. Okay, for now, we're gonna name this shop as my favorite things. There you go. And then there is a clothing shop called Forever 21, right? We'll have a shop called 16 going on 17. Going on 17, there we go. That's another one. Asian Western food. Yeah, oh my gosh, yes, Asian Western food. There's all these people trying to make... What is the most Asian Western food thing? Not aglio olio, that's like a garlic pasta. Carbonara? They make carbonara here with cream, although I feel like that's normal. Like, it's the normal cheap food kind of situation. Oh, we need the like Yodel Park or something. Oh, write it all down, write it all down. Oh my gosh, actually, Right, do you have a link for the Discord, by the way? Could I just, like, if you don't, it's okay, I'll get it. But if we do, can we just leave it in the chat as a wrap-up? So whoever's here who would like to join the Discord and, like, continue sharing all your name suggestions, because I've started a channel there where we can put it all. Just so I don't forget, because I will forget. Chicken chop with fries and coleslaw. That sounds fine. Sounds Western enough. Just put a cowboy hat, it's fine. Oh, it wouldn't let you create? Okay, no problem. I think I need to... Oh, I know why. No, I know why. I've not actually set up the roles. You may have the name moderator in my Discord, but there's no actual permission set yet. I will get to it, I'm sorry. Invite people. And let's do... Okay. Generate this. Let's try. Okay, so this link will only last for like... Oh. Use copy button. Copy, here we go. This link will just last for... Oh my gosh. It's not... Hold up. It's doing the streamer mode thing, and it's like, when I copy the link, it says, oh, hidden, please use copy. Okay, here we go. I hope this works. It will only last for about 6 hours, just so that, like, in case anyone comes back a year later and be like, oh my god, what is this link? But if you'd like to join our still being set up Discord, feel free to click there. There is a post in the gaming forum channel, I think, still learning how to Discord, where you can actually drop all of your name suggestions for this city. You can post pictures, you can post videos, you can post memes. So there is all of that. But let's save this, because I think that's where we're gonna wrap it up for today. Thank you, Rai, and thank you so much to everyone who was dropping by. Let's just quickly take a look again at what we've achieved so far. Music Academy, we've done up our neighborhood. We're starting to do up our little park connector thing. It worked, lovely. Welcome to Benny. I was so confused when I saw your username at first, Benny, when you messaged me that day. I was like, who is this? And then I realized, oh, okay, it's Benny. But yes, so we're gonna leave it here. I will be back on Saturday. I don't know what we're doing yet, but it won't be a creative game. I mean, like, we won't be creating in the game if it is a creative game. I'm thinking maybe Sims. We will see. But thank you again to everyone who has been here the entire time. Have a good rest of your week. We will see you on Saturday. And in the meantime, stay safe, stay hydrated. And we'll see you again. Where's my outro? Goodbye.